Grubbs Motorsports today, Garland, Texas. Checking out this 68 Camaro.
Sam, we got a really clean 68 Camaro. These cars don't come along very often that are as well restored as this one is. You see a lot of cars that are just a paint job or a nice motor or whatever. This car's been fully disassembled, rotisserie restored. What we know about it, there's a few things. I didn't actually build this car, but what I do know about it, 327, small block. It's got double hump heads. I'm going to say it's a 350 horse version. It feels like it's got about 350 horsepower. It runs great. Not a race car, but a really good driver. Good oil pressure, good temperature. The motor has got a quick fuel brawler carburetor on it, which is their newest series. It's got all MSD billet ignition, MSD box. It's got an Endura-Shine Edelbrock intake, so it's a maintenance-free intake. It looks like it's polished, but it's actually a polished powder coat that Edelbrock offers. The front drive system is a Billet Specialties. It is a V-belt style, but it's got a high amperage alternator, high flow water pump, power steering. The other good thing about this car, better than a lot of them, is it's got rack and pinion. So it's got what looks to be a unisteer rack and pinion system. It's still got full turning radius. A lot of the kits don't offer that. This one works real well. Steers great. Got an aluminum radiator with electric fan. Runs cool. Also got an AC compressor on it. You'll notice that in the pictures. And if you see on the control panel, this has actually got the Gen 4 vintage air system in it. So that's their latest and greatest. Fully adjustable, looks stock, but performs like a brand new car. On the interior, we've also got classic instruments gauges, so that's a pretty big upgrade over the stock stuff. You get more gauges, and it's all modern technology. The mileage shows to be 7463. I would say that's probably correct to the build of the car. This is what I'm going to call an over-the-top $120,000 car, $120,000 restoration, but it is a very well-built, nice driver. It's got a lot of the original stuff. It's still got the Astro glass in it, so you'll notice, the glass has got some normal wear and tear, but the difference between this and the aftermarket glass is it actually fits really well. So that's a huge upgrade, in my opinion, is having factory GM glass. Behind the 327 is a 700 R4 overdrive automatic. You'll see the kind of performance shifter here, and you'll see the extra gear. It's got 4 forward gears. So right now we're in overdrive. You can cruise at 60, and this thing's at about 2,000 RPM. So you want to go on a long haul, the hot rod power tour, any of that, you don't have to worry about cruising down the road and it being revved up to the moon all the time. So good running, solid car. Brakes, 4-wheel disc brakes, so that's a huge upgrade. It is on a manual Corvette master cylinder, but you wouldn't know they're not power. The car stops great. You don't have to apply a lot of effort. It stops good and straight, so I love the brakes how they are. I wouldn't change a thing. The rear end is a built 373 10-bolt. It's got a Positrack in it, 373 gears, so when you're cruising around town, the car's got lots of go. It runs excellent, but you can still throw it in overdrive. And even right now we're doing 50, and we're doing it at 1100 RPMs. So everything gets less wear and tear with an overdrive. The motor stays lower RPM on a cruise. It's also got the retro sound stereo system, so it looks factory but modern. It's got all the MP3 inputs and all that sort of thing. So something else about the interior that you'll see in the photos is these are aftermarket seats. These are from Scat. So you've got what they call their rally bucket in the front that's fully adjustable lumbar as well as sliders. And then what a lot of people don't do is they cheap out and leave the back seats original. And whoever built this car actually covered the rear seats in the Scat covers. You can now buy those from Scat. Basically, it's stitched exactly like the front seats.
That's unique.
You just kind of match the front to the rear, so it's an 8 out of 10. A lot of people would see this and call it a 10 out of 10. We're super picky about paint because we do some really jam-up paint jobs. So what I'm going to say is that the car is factory gapped. It's not, again, a $100,000 show quality, perfect gapped car or bodywork car. But the bodywork's good. The paint shines well. It's got a teeny bit of orange peel in it, which is actually a good thing in a driver car. This is a car I drive anywhere. I get in this thing and go to California in it tomorrow. I take it on the power tour, take it to weekend car shows. I promise you, anywhere you go, it's going to get attention and it's going to be treated well. It's not a piece of junk. It is a very nice car, and I don't say that about a lot of cars because, again, we're really picky when we build cars. So for us to have a car roll through that we're selling, if we say it's nice, it's going to be a pretty nice car, and this one fits the bill.